Java Fundamentals 1. What is Java and what are its key features? Answer. Java is a high-level, object-oriented programming language that is platform-independent. Key features include platform independence, write once, run anywhere, object-oriented programming, automatic memory management, garbage collection, security, multi-threading support, robust and reliable. 2. Explain the difference between JVM, JRE, and JDK. Answer. Cheam JVM, Java Virtual Machine, runtime environment that executes Java bytecode. Cheam JRE, Java Runtime Environment, JVM plus libraries plus runtime tools. Cheam JDK, Java Development Kit, JRE plus development tools, compiler, debugger, etc. 3. How does Java achieve platform independence? Answer. Java source code is compiled into bytecode, which runs on the JVM. Since each platform has its own JVM implementation, the same bytecode can run on different platforms. 4. What are the differences between primitive and reference data types? Answer. Primitive. Basic data types, int, boolean, char, stored in stack memory. Reference. Object references stored in heap memory can be null. 5. Explain method overloading versus method overriding. Answer. Overloading. Same method name with different parameters. Compile time polymorphism. Overriding. Subclass redefines parent class method. Runtime polymorphism. 6. What is the static keyword and its uses? Answer. Static members belong to the class rather than instances. Can be accessed without creating objects. Only one copy exists in memory. 7. Explain different uses of the final keyword. Answer. Final variable. Cannot be reassigned. Final method. Cannot be overridden. Final class. Cannot be inherited. E.g., string, integer. 8. What's the difference between abstract class and interface? Answer. Abstract class can have concrete methods, constructors, single inheritance. Interface. Java 8 Plus allows default methods, multiple inheritance, only public methods. 9. What are packages, and why are they used? Answer. Packages group related classes, provide namespace, and control access. They organize code and prevent naming conflicts. 10. What are access modifiers in Java? Answer. Public, accessible everywhere, protected. Same package plus subclasses. Default. Same package only, private. Same class only. 11. What is a constructor and its characteristics? Answer. Special method called when object is created. Same name as class, no return type, can be overloaded. 12. Explain this in super keywords. Answer. This. Reference to current object. Super. Reference to parent class. 13. What is garbage collection, and how does it work? Answer. Automatic memory management that removes unreferenced objects. Uses generational collection, with different heap areas. 14. Difference between equals and equals. Method. Answer. Equals. Compares references. Values for primitives. Equals. Compares content/values. 15. What is the hash code, and equals, contract? Answer. If two objects are equal, equals returns true, they must have the same hash code. Used in hash-based collections. 16. What is autoboxing and unboxing? Answer. Autoboxing. Automatic conversion of primitives to wrapper objects. Unboxing. Automatic conversion of wrapper objects to primitives. 17. Explain the concept of immutability in Java. Answer. Immutable objects cannot be modified after creation. String is immutable. Benefits include thread safety and caching. 18. What are wrapper classes and their purpose? Answer. Object representations of primitive types, integer, boolean, etc. Used in collections, generics, and when objects are required. 19. Explain pass by value in Java. Answer. Java passes copies of values. For objects, the reference value is copied, not the object itself. 20. What is the difference between string buffer and string builder? Answer. String buffer. Thread safe, synchronized methods. String builder. Not thread safe. Better performance in single-threaded environments. 21. What are enums and their advantages? Answer. Type safe constants. Advantages include type safety, namespace, and additional methods/constructors. 22. Explain instance of operator. Answer. Tests whether an object is an instance of a specific class or interface. Returns boolean. 23. What is method signature? Answer. Method name plus parameter types, not including return type or parameter names. 24. Explain variable arguments, varargs. Answer. Allows methods to accept variable number of arguments using ellipsis. Treated as arrays internally. 25. What is the difference between comparable and comparator? Answer. Comparable. Natural ordering. Compare to. Method. Single sorting logic. Comparator. Custom ordering. Compare. Method. Multiple sorting strategies. Object-oriented programming. 26. What are the 4 pillars of OOP? Answer. 1. Encapsulation. Bundling data and methods, hiding internal details. 2. Inheritance. Creating new classes based on existing ones. 3. Polymorphism. One interface, multiple implementations. 4. Abstraction. Hiding complex implementation details. 27. What is encapsulation, and how to achieve it? Answer. Hiding internal state and requiring interaction through methods. Achieved using private fields and public getter/setter methods. 28. Explain inheritance and its types. Answer. Mechanism where one class inherits properties from another. Types. Single, multi-level, hierarchical, multiple inheritance through interfaces. 29. What is polymorphism and its types? Answer. Compile time. Method overloading, operator overloading. Runtime. Method overriding. Achieved through inheritance and interfaces. 30. What is abstraction, and how is it implemented? Answer. Hiding complex implementation details. Implemented using abstract classes and interfaces. 31. Can we override static methods? Answer. No. Static methods belong to the class and are resolved at compile time. They can be hidden, not overridden. 32. Can we override private methods? Answer. No. Private methods are not visible to subclasses, so they cannot be overridden. 33. What is method hiding? Answer. When a subclass defines a static method with the same signature as a static method in the parent class. 34. Explain covariant return types. Answer. Subclass method can return a subtype of the return type declared in the parent class method. 35. What is composition versus inheritance? Answer. Composition has a relationship, more flexible, runtime behavior change. Inheritance is a relationship, compile time binding, can lead to tight coupling. 36. What is aggregation versus composition? Answer. Aggregation, weak relationship, parts can exist without whole. Composition, strong relationship, parts cannot exist without whole. 37. Can a class be both abstract and final? Answer. No. Abstract classes are meant to be extended, while final classes cannot be extended. 38. What is multiple inheritance, and why doesn't Java support it? Answer. Class inheriting from multiple classes. Java doesn't support it to avoid diamond problem, but supports it through interfaces. 39. What are marker interfaces? Answer. Interfaces with no methods used to mark classes, e.g., serializable, clonable. 40. What is the diamond problem? Answer. Ambiguity that arises when a class inherits from two classes that have a common parent, leading to confusion about which parent's method to use. String and memory management. 41. Why is string immutable in Java? Answer. For security, thread safety, caching, string pool, and performance optimizations. 42. What is string pool? Answer. Special memory area in heap where string literals are stored to optimize memory usage through string interning. 43. How to create strings in Java? Answer. String literal. String s equals hello, uses string pool. Using new, string s equals new string, hello, creates new object. 44. What is string interning? Answer. Process of storing only one copy of each distinct string value in the string pool. 45. Difference between string, string buffer, and string builder? Answer. String, immutable, thread safe. String buffer, mutable, thread safe, slower. String builder, mutable, not thread safe, faster. 46. What are different memory areas in JVM? Answer. Heap, object storage, garbage collected. Stack, method calls, local variables, method area, class metadata, static variables, PC register, current instruction pointer. 47. What is heap memory structure? Answer. Young generation, Eden, survivor spaces. Old generation, long-lived objects. Permanent generation, Java 7, or metaspace, Java 8+. 48. What are different types of garbage collectors? Answer. Serial GC, single-threaded, parallel GC, multi-threaded, CMS GC, concurrent mark sweep, key PG1, GC, low latency collector. 49. What is memory leak in Java? Answer. When objects are no longer used but still referenced, preventing garbage collection. 50. How to avoid memory leaks? Answer. Close resources properly. Remove listeners. Use weak references. Avoid static collections. Profile memory usage. Collections framework. 51. What is Java Collections Framework? Answer. Unified architecture for representing and manipulating collections. Includes interfaces, implementations, and algorithms. 52. What's the difference between collection and collections? Answer. Collection. Root interface for collections. Collections. Utility class with static methods for collection operations. 53. What are the main interfaces in Collections Framework? Answer. Collection. Root interface. List. Ordered collection allows duplicates. Set. No duplicates allowed. Queue. FIFO operations. Map. Key value pairs. 54. Difference between list, set, and map. Answer. List. Ordered. Allows duplicates. Indexed access. Set. No duplicates. Unique elements. Map. Key value pairs. Unique keys. 55. When to use array list versus linked list? Answer. Array list. Random access. Less memory overhead. Better for read-heavy operations. Linked list. Better for frequent insertions/deletions. Implements DQuay. 56. What is the difference between vector and array list? Answer. Vector. Synchronized thread-safe legacy class. Array list. Not synchronized. Better performance. Preferred choice. 57. What is the difference between hash map and hash table? Answer. Hash map. Not synchronized. Allows null keys/values. Better performance. Hash table. Synchronized. Thread safe. No null keys/values. 58. How does hash map work internally? Answer. Uses array of buckets. Hash function determines bucket index. Handles collisions using chaining. Linked lists/trees. 59. What is the load factor in hash map? Answer. Ratio of number of entries to number of buckets. Default is 0.75. Triggers resizing when exceeded. 60. What happens when two objects have the same hash code? Answer. Hash collision occurs. Objects are stored in the same bucket using chaining, linked list, or tree. 61. Difference between hash map and concurrent hash map? Answer. Hash map. Not thread safe. Concurrent hash map thread safe. Uses segment locking. Better performance than hash table. 62. What is the difference between hash set and tree set? Answer. Hash set. Hash table O1. Operations. No ordering. Tree set. Red black tree. O log n. Operations. Sorted. 63. How is hash set implemented internally? Answer. Uses hash map internally. Stored elements as keys with dummy value. 64. What is linked hash map? Answer. Hash map that maintains insertion order using doubly linked list. 65. What is weak hash map? Answer. Map with weak references to keys. Allows garbage collection of keys when no strong references exist. 66. Explain priority queue. Answer. Heap-based priority queue. Elements ordered by natural ordering or custom comparator. 67. What is the difference between iterator and list iterator? Answer. Iterator forward only. Works with all collections. List iterator. Bidirectional only for list. Supports modification. 68. What is failfast and failsafe iterators? Answer. Failfast. Throws concurrent modification exception if collection is modified during iteration. Failsafe. Works on copy, doesn't throw exception. 69. How to synchronize collections? Answer. Using collections. Synchronized XX methods or concurrent collections like concurrent hashmap. 70. What are concurrent collections? Answer. Thread-safe collections designed for concurrent access, concurrent hashmap, concurrent linked queue, etc. 71. Difference between comparable and comparator interfaces? Answer. Comparable. Natural ordering, single sorting logic, compare to, method. Comparator. Custom ordering, multiple sorting strategies, compare, method. 72. What is the difference between queue and decay? Answer. Queue, FIFO operations, add/remove from ends. Decay, double-ended queue, add/remove from both ends. 73. How to reverse a list? Answer. Using collections.reverse, method or implementing custom logic. 74. How to sort a list? Answer. Using collections.sort, method with natural ordering or custom comparator. 75. What is the difference between arrays.sort and collections.sort? Answer. Arrays.sort, for arrays, uses quicksort for primitives, merge sort for objects. Collections.sort, for collections, converts to array, sorts, and copies back. Exception handling. 76. What is exception handling? Answer. Mechanism to handle runtime errors gracefully, maintaining normal program flow. 77. What is the hierarchy of exceptions in Java? Answer. Copy throwable. Error. Out-of-memory error, stack overflow, error. Exception. Runtime exception, unchecked. Other exceptions, checked. 78. What's the difference between checked and unchecked exceptions? Answer. Checked. Compile time checked must be handled or declared. IO exception, SQL exception. Unchecked. Runtime exceptions not required to handle. Null pointer exception, array index out of bounds exception. 79. What is the difference between error and exception? Answer. Error. System level problems, not recoverable. Out of memory error. Exception. Application level problems can be handled. 80. Explain try catch finally block? Answer. Try, code that might throw exception. Catch. Exception handling code. Finally, code that always executes, used for cleanup. 81. Can finally block be skipped? Answer. Finally block executes, except when system.exit is called, or JVM crashes. 82. What is try with resources? Answer. Automatic resource management introduced in Java 7, automatically closes resources that implement auto-closable. 83. Can we have multiple catch blocks? Answer. Yes, but more specific exceptions should be caught before general ones. 84. What is the difference between throw and throws? Answer. Throw. Used to explicitly throw an exception. Throws. Used in method declaration to declare exceptions. 85. Can we rethrow exceptions? Answer. Yes. Caught exceptions can be rethrown using throw keyword. 86. What is exception propagation? Answer. When an exception is not handled in a method, it propagates up the call stack. 87. What are custom exceptions? Answer. User-defined exceptions that extend exception or runtime exception classes. 88. What is the difference between class not found exception and no class defound error? Answer. Class not found exception. Checked exception. Class not found at runtime. No class def found error. Error class was available at compile time but not at runtime. 89. What is suppressed exception? Answer. Exception that is suppressed when another exception is thrown in try with resources or finally block. 90. Best practices for exception handling? Answer. Use specific exception types. Don't ignore exceptions. Clean up resources. Log exceptions appropriately. Don't use exceptions for control flow. Multi-threading and concurrency. 91. What is multi-threading? Answer. Concurrent execution of multiple threads within a program, allowing better resource utilization. 92. What's the difference between process and thread? Answer. Process. Independent execution environment with separate memory space. Thread. Lightweight subprocess, sharing memory space within a process. 93. How to create threads in Java. Answer. 1. Extending thread class. 2. Implementing runnable interface. 3. Using callable in future. 4. Using thread pool executor. 94. What is the difference between runnable and callable? Answer. Runnable run. Method. No return value. Cannot throw checked exceptions. Callable. Call method. Returns value. Can throw checked exceptions. 95. What are thread states? Answer. NU. Thread created but not started. Runnable. Thread executing or ready to execute. Blocked. Thread blocked, waiting for monitor lock. Waiting. Thread waiting indefinitely. Timed _ waiting. Thread waiting for specific time. Terminated. Thread completed execution. 96. What is synchronization? Answer. Mechanism to control access to shared resources by multiple threads, preventing race conditions. 97. What are different ways to achieve synchronization? Answer. Synchronized methods, synchronized blocks. Volatile keyword, locks. Reentrant lock, read-write lock. Atomic classes. 98. What is the synchronized keyword? Answer. Provides mutual exclusion, ensuring only one thread can access synchronized code at a time. 99. What is the difference between synchronized method and synchronized block? Answer. Synchronized method. Entire method is synchronized. Uses object lock. Synchronized block. Only specific code is synchronized, can use different locks. 100. What is volatile keyword? Answer. Ensures variable changes are visible to all threads. Prevents compiler optimizations. 101. What is the difference between wait and sleep? Answer. Wait. Releases lock. Object must be synchronized. Woken by notify. Sleep. Doesn't release lock. Static method. Woken by time or interrupt. 102. What are notify and notify all methods? Answer. Notify. Wakes up one waiting thread. Notify all. Wakes up all waiting threads. 103. What is deadlock? Answer. Situation where two or more threads are permanently blocked, waiting for each other. 104. How to prevent deadlock? Answer. Avoid nested locks. Use timeout for lock acquisition. Order locks consistently. Use deadlock detection tools. 105. What is thread pool? Answer. Reusable collection of threads that can execute tasks, improving performance by avoiding thread creation overhead. 106. What are different types of thread pools? Answer. Fixed thread pool. Fixed number of threads. Cached thread pool. Creates threads as needed. Single thread pool. Single thread for sequential execution. Scheduled thread pool. For scheduled tasks. 107. What is executor service? Answer. Higher-level API for managing threads. Provides methods for submitting tasks and managing their lifecycle. 108. What is the difference between submit and execute? Answer. Execute. Takes runnable, no return value. Submit. Takes runnable/callable, returns future. 109. What is future and completable future? Answer. Future represents result of asynchronous computation. Completable future. Enhanced future, with more features and better composability. 110. What are atomic classes? Answer. Thread-safe classes that support atomic operations without synchronization. Atomic integer, atomic boolean, etc. 111. What is the difference between concurrent hashmap and hashmap? Answer. Hashmap. Not thread-safe. Better performance in single-threaded environment. Concurrent hashmap thread-safe. Uses segment locking better than hashtable. 112. What is thread local? Answer. Provides thread local variables. Each thread has its own copy of the variable. 113. What is the producer-consumer problem? Answer. Classic synchronization problem, where producers generate data and consumers process it, requiring coordination. 114. What is countdown latch? Answer. Synchronization aid that allows threads to wait until a set of operations completes. 115. What is cyclic barrier? Answer. Synchronization aid where threads wait for each other to reach a common barrier point. Java 8 plus features. 116. What are lambda expressions? Answer. Anonymous functions that